Welcome into WMUC Sports for the first of two semifinal games. Our coverage of the Big Ten softball tournament continues here at Maryland Softball Stadium. I'm Adam Lipman, joined alongside Drew Ziegler. And Drew, this is probably the game that has been the most exciting on paper, at least, for this entire tournament.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams coming into this game over 40 wins on the season. Nebraska only one loss in the Big Ten. And it's just been a great season all around for them. All time between these two teams, Nebraska has it 15-11, and Nebraska a 19-game winning streak coming into this game. There's just not enough to say about how good this team's played all year long.
Both of these teams have been so good that they've earned the first seed for Nebraska, the fourth seed for Indiana. So two top squads facing off here for the first of two semifinals. The following semifinal game will be Wisconsin versus UCLA. There were late fireworks last night. Those two games a lot more hectic, but the Huskers and the Hoosiers both got here through upsets of their own, taking down Washington and Michigan respectively. So we are just moments away from the start of this game. The Huskers turning to Alexis Jensen on the mound, the Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Will try and pick up where Jordy Fromm left off. Fromm powered the Huskers to a win over the Wolverines yesterday. That was a close game, but a Husker win regardless. First three in the Hoosier order are going to be Allie Van Brandt, the second baseman, the shortstop Alex Cooper, and then the catcher Avery Parker. Nebraska are just finishing their throwdowns here, getting set in the outfield for the first of two semifinal games. Who wants to go to a championship? We will find out today.
It was this middle infield duo that sparked the offense for Indiana yesterday. Second baseman, the leadoff hitter today, Allie Van Brandt, hit a homer, 2 walks, 2 RBIs, and scored 3 runs. And her counterpart at the 6th spot, shortstop, Alex Cooper, also hit a homer and had 3 RBIs in that win yesterday.
So two of the best Hoosiers to get things started. Van Brandt has both hands on her bat, one in the barrel, one in the knob. And she will step into the box. Action underway in College Park. The lefty Jensen versus the lefty Van Brandt. A packed stadium here in College Park. First pitch from Jensen will be taken high, dropped behind the plate by Farrell. 1-0.
Van Brandt, a 1,300 OPS on the year, 15 homers, 61 RBIs, scored 66 runs, and 24 stolen bases. So a lot of speed there coming out of the box.
The 1-0 will just miss the zone. Quickly 2-0, and that speed has to be something that the Huskers will be thinking about, especially when they've already fallen behind 2-0.
Yep, also a lefty, so even closer to first base coming out of the box. Now got to give a pitch to hit, though.
Next pitch will come in, a big cut, swing and a miss there. First whiff of the day for Jensen, who has a confident strut on the mound. I mean, you would have to feel confident. She was just notified today that she was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year. 1-2. Jensen deals. It is going to be popped up sky high toward third. That ball is shading over, and it is going to be out of play into the seats.
Van Brandt, a little bit of a defensive swing there on the 1-2 pitch. That's what you want to do there, foul it off. Live to see another day.
Let's see what she can make of this opportunity here. "37 extra base hits on the season." The 1-2 from Jensen, taken high over the head of Van Brandt. 2-2. The Hoosiers outslugged Washington yesterday. One of 2 West Coast upsets in the quarterfinals. Next pitch comes in. It's going to be taken low. Full count now. Jensen, after getting ahead early, has worked it full.
Leadoff hitter already starting off the game with a quality at bat, making the pitcher work.
Van Brandt looking to set the table here. The 3-2 is going to be popped up sky high toward third again. Again, it'll go to the seats.
Another defensive swing there, just trying to live to see another pitch, and she will. Another full count.
Van Brandt is hitting over 400 on the season. She is not afraid to swing, but also not afraid to take a walk. 9% rate on the year. Next pitch from Jensen will be fouled off again. We'll have another pitch this at bat.
We mentioned Jensen, Big Ten Freshman of the Year, but she is a freshman. This is her first Big Ten tournament, and the nerves could get to her. Obviously already a long at bat here.
3-2. In comes the pitch to Van Brandt. It's going to be taken for a call. Strike three. She doesn't like the call, but it fires up the Husker section of the crowd. An early punch out for Jensen.
Jensen goes to the 3-2 off-speed pitch, freezes Van Brandt, gets the strike three call for the first out of the game.
That brings up lefty shortstop Alex Cooper. One of the most dangerous hitters in this lineup. First pitch from Jensen. Taken low and in. Cooper was instrumental in the rally yesterday for the Hoosiers to take down Washington. The Indiana native, we'll see 1-0 come in. Won't find the zone there. 2-0 early. Infield shifted back, expecting something hard hit on the ground from Cooper. Already up 2-0 in the count. Jensen will strut and deal, and it will be hit sky high toward first. Will it stay in play? Hanging up there, it is going to just bounce over. A lot of late foul balls so far, Drew.
Yep, high fly balls, but it's a beautiful day here in College Park. Just a shade over 70 degrees, some clouds in the sky, but also a breeze.
So it's a hitter's count for Cooper. One of the best hit tools in the Big Ten. Jensen trying to work her way back into this at bat. Next pitch comes in, big swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup. That's a huge second strike right there.
Jensen's going to that off-speed pitch to throw for a strike and not for deception in the dirt.
Can she find another whiff like that here? Her 2-2 will be taken high over the head of Cooper, and it's back-to-back at-bats with a full count for the Indiana.
Jensen, a good idea there, trying to speed up the batter, just threw it a little bit too high, didn't get Cooper to bite.
Jensen will move her pitch to the left side of her body. She'll deal on a full count. Big swing and a miss again. She didn't go back to the off-speed. She went to the fastball, and it's back-to-back punch-outs to open her conference tournament debut.
Great high fastball, great spot there, gets the strikeout. That's what she was trying to do on the former pitch. Gets it done there for another strikeout.
That brings up Avery Parker. The catcher has some of the best power in this Hoosier lineup, trying to make something of this first inning. Jensen deals to her. It's not even going to make the plate. It'll skip in the dirt. Another first pitch ball.
You mentioned the power Parker has. 1368 OPS, 19 homers on the season. Looking to display that here in her first at-bat.
Another Indiana native. As she'll see a 1-0 come in, it'll be another swing and a miss. The whiffs have been coming for Jensen. Been just racking them up this inning. Fastball, changeup, whatever she chooses, it's getting the results so far.
Parker, a little bit of a Gary Sheffield-esque batting stance, holding the bat out of her hands like that.
The 1-1 is going to be taken just outside, and I mean, you're mainly looking at how she's cocking the bat almost behind her back shoulder at such a pronounced angle, right? Hitters count on Parker. Jensen's pitch, well, another big swing and a miss, this time going to the off-speed, and so far, if the Hoosiers have a 50-50 chance of guessing right, they've been wrong so far.
Yeah, really mixing that off-speed pitch well, not throwing it too many times, throwing it just the right times.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jensen looking for a third punch out, and she'll find it right there. A big roar off the mound, blowing the fastball right by. It's 3 straight strikeouts. She's showing why she earned that Big Ten Freshman of the Year, and she'll turn it over to her lineup. Bottom of the first coming up, still a tie game, Hoosiers and Huskers. We'll be right back on WMUC Sports. Welcome back for the bottom of the first inning here on WMUC Sports. Still a tied game between Indiana and Nebraska. Huskers coming up to hit for the first time today, and they'll be taking on Indiana's Taylor Hess. Hess had a 3.95 ERA on the season, but she had not faced Nebraska all year. Last time she did, it was back in April 2025. She went 2 1/3, allowing 1 unearned run on 5 hits. She'll be taking on Jordy Fromm first, who just won Pitcher of the Year in the Big Ten. First pitch to her is going to be dropped behind the plate and missing the zone. Already 1-0.
Yeah, Hess, that third pitcher for the Hoosiers, really. Ella Trout and Aubrey Hooks went yesterday, 5 innings and 2 innings respectively.
Next pitch comes into Fromm. It'll float just outside. A tough swing decision, and actually looks like it'll be a late strike call, very late in fact. The ball had already returned to the mound. So 1-1 here on Fromm. Next pitch from Hess is a check swing. Does find the zone. Very delayed calls behind the plate today. So it's a 1-2 count on Fromm. Hess looking to match Alexis Jensen, who had 3 strikeouts to begin this game. The 1-2 is going to be taken high and outside, 2-2.
Fromm, after throwing a complete game, getting the win yesterday, only allowing 1 earned run and 9 strikeouts. Now leading off for the Huskers, had just as good of an offensive year as she did pitching.
As the 1-2 comes in, it's going to be socked towards center, but that ball will hang up there. Ellie Goins making the putout, 1 away. But, I mean, Fromm is really just a beast, one of the best two-way players in the country, across baseball and softball, you could say. So that brings up Hannah Core. Center fielder had a productive game against Michigan yesterday. First pitch to her, a bunt will be shown. It'll be laid down perfectly. Hess, bare hands, throws to first, but it won't be in time. Ball skips away, but covering was Allie Van Brandt. So it's an infield single for Hannah Core, and we've got the first base runner of the game.
Yep, good back up there by Van Brandt, not letting the ball go past, allowing a free base, but also a better bunt to get the single and the first base runner of the game.
And that does set the table for Hannah Kemmensen, who went 1 for 2 with a walk last game against Michigan. First pitch from Hess to her will be high and out. Almost a pitch out there. Avery Parker getting ready for a back pick toward first. With Kaur off of first, the 1-0 from Hess. will find the zone. These calls are so delayed, Drew, that it's almost unsure. I mean, if I was a hitter in the box, I'd be thrown off a bit.
Yeah, definitely a little bit delayed, and from our perspective, it's tough to tell sometimes if it's a strike.
It looks like time will be called here. Talk things over. Here's the Kemmensen did call for a timeout, left fielder today. Just wanting an extra moment. Next pitch from Hess to her. Won't find the zone. And Hess has fallen behind early. The 2-1 will float, and it will not find the zone. 3-1 here on the left fielder, at risk of putting a runner in scoring position for the first time today.
Yeah, Core on first base, not much speed, 2 for 6 on stolen bases this season.
The 3-1 is going to be lined toward left. That ball is back. It is going to be off the wall, and that should be extra bases. Hustling around third, heading home is Core. She will score. It's an RBI double by Hannah Kemmensen, and the Huskers are wasting no time. They're already on the board.
Yep, great piece of hitting. Find it where they're not in the left field corner. Core, a great read off the bat, immediately running off of first base, allowing her to score the first run of the game for the Cornhuskers.
That only continues the momentum for Hannah Kemmensen, who had reached twice against Michigan, and now already has an RBI double. Brings up Ava Kuzak. Righty swinging shortstop will try and cash in the second run of this game. First pitch from Hess will be taken high and out, actually. Another late call. That's going to be a called strike just at the top of the zone. Oh, 0-1 on Kuzak, who had a base hit in the first yesterday. Check swing. Did she go around? No, she did not. Count will even up here, 1 apiece. Hannah Kemmensen is off of second. That's after her RBI double. Put the Huskers up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. The 1-1 from Hess. Taken outside and low. Another hitter's count for the Huskers.
Yeah, getting behind in these counts, which is what allowed Kemmensen to drive one out to left field. And now a good chance for Kuzak here to also put one in play.
2-1. The pitch to Kuzak. Another check swing. Does find the zone. 2-2 here. Hess 1 pitch away from a huge second out of this inning.
Hess turning to the off-speed pitch on those last couple. Finds the zone on that one.
The 2-2 will be a cold strike 3 against Ava Kuzak. First strikeout of the game for Hess, and a huge second out.
Kuzak was not picking up on it. She was expecting the fastball, got 3 off-speed pitches in a row, and that one will be called strike 3 for a huge second out to limit the damage.
So that brings up Jessie Farrell, righty swinging catcher, has the responsibility now to try and get the second run in. First pitch will float there as a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Farrell had a base hit against Michigan. She also reached on an error. And time will be called at the plate just for the catcher to try and reset here. Hannah Kemmensen is still off of second. Next pitch from Hess will come in. It'll almost be a pitch out. I mean, Drew, do you think that the steal of third is realistically in play here?
I mean, the old rule you're always told is don't make the third out at third base. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't take the bat out of Farrell's hands.
1-1 from Hess. Taken for a cold strike just on the outside edge. 1-2 here. Hess 1 pitch away from back-to-back strikeouts to limit the damage. 1-2 is just going to be fouled off the end of the bat. Farrell will see another.
Good defensive cut there by Farrell just to foul it off and see another one. Still behind though, 1-2.
1 run has already come in for the Huskers this inning. Hess, her 1-2 will float, and it will lead to a back pick towards second. Safe there is Kemmensen, so the count is evened up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor has laboring in this inning after it was such a shutdown. Top of the first by Alexis Jensen. 2-2 Popped up sky high toward first. And the catch will be made there by Josie Bird. But the Huskers get on the board first thanks to an RBI double by Hannah Kemmensen. They'll take a 1-0 lead to the top of the second. We'll be right back on WMUC Sports.
Yeah. My mom's in Knoxville, so she doesn't get the Big Ten. I think it's a prescription. What you're, she's trying to log it. It's stupid because I can put ACC Plus or ACC. You can watch it on ESPN. You can watch both of them. But you can watch it. Like, what are the other companies? Well, we have Big Ten. You pay for $100 Big Ten Plus. If you subscribe to Big Ten Plus, you get Big Ten. Whoever owns it, Paramount or
Have your mom check for tomorrow's game. When we win. I think last year my daughter did like to watch us, but she did like the 30-day free trial. And then she literally just canceled it after the tournament was done. But she went and bought Big Ten when Savannah was a freshman, thinking that she'd be able to see like all the games at home. And it was amazing.
We're back here on WMUC Sports Radio. Drew Ziegler joined alongside by Adam Lipman. Top three due up in the order for the Indiana Hoosiers: Josie Bird, Madeline Strader, and then Ellie Goins. Bird, the sophomore from Hamlin, West Virginia, batting out of the righty's batter's box. Shut down first inning for Alexis Jensen, pitching for the Cornhuskers, 3 Ks. And she will deliver her first pitch of the second here. Dropped, but a called strike. I think every first pitch of each inning has been dropped by the catcher. Just a weird little thing to note. The 0-1 delivered high and away, evens up the count at 1-1.
I mean, what's so impressive for Jensen is that she's not even been on the full attack so far. You know, first pitch strikes have not been going her way up until this at-bat against Bird.
The 1-1. Taken low and away for ball 2. Bird had 13 homers and 62 RBIs in the Hoosiers season. Now the 2-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Jensen looking for her 4th K now in as many batters.
She's just really dialing it up on the velocity. That fastball is just so overpowering.
Now the 2-2. Winds and delivers. That one just got a piece of it to stay alive at 2-2.
But I mean, for a formidable hitter like Bird, getting a swing like that, that is an accomplishment of its own. You don't see chases out of the zone from disciplined hitters like her much.
Jensen will look for the swing and miss again on the 2-2. And she gets it in the dirt. Catcher makes the throw over to first for her 4th strikeout in 4 batters. Jensen just pure domination of the Indiana Hoosiers lineup.
I mean, it's a rock and a hard place for anyone trying to square up against Nebraska pitching. You either deal with the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year or the Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Pick your poison, and right now that flavor is Jensen.
Now Madeline Strader, the lefty hitter, sophomore, steps into the box from Cedar Park, Texas. Jensen's first pitch of the at-bat. Taken for a called strike on the inside corner. Strader, a 329 average and a 977 OPS on the season. That one taken high and away for ball 1.
for Indiana, it's really about their swing decisions. How can they optimize those just to avoid giving away extra strikes and falling behind in counts?
The 1-1. Shows bunt, fouls it off. Trying to look to get anything going off of Jensen there, trying to lay down a bunt. Unable to do so. Now behind in the count again, 1-2.
It's just yet another pitcher's counter. I mean, for Jensen, that layoff when Nebraska got a run didn't phase her at the slightest.
Now looking for her 5th strikeout, Jensen delivers. That one fouled back over the netting behind home plate. Look to see another pitch here. Strader digs back in, takes a deep breath, and will look for the 1-2. Jensen's 1-2 does not find the outside corner, evens up the count at 2-2.
I mean, if you're Jensen, you have the flexibility to be trying to pitch around, see what chases you can get. You don't have to be solely focused on going in the zone.
Yep, she's been so dialed in with her pitches, she can really pick her poison. Like you said, off speed she goes to. Does not get the call, maybe a little bit high. Just been mixing her pitches so well, keeping the Hoosiers batters on their toes.
So far, full counts have gone Jensen's way. She has 2 punch outs in full counts.
Now the payoff. Swung on and fouled back. We will see another 3-2 pitch.
I mean, I think I would say that Strader is giving the toughest matchup so far. I mean, I thought it was Van Brandt at first leading off the game, but Strader is fouling off pitches and forcing more looks for the entire Hoosier team at what Jensen has in 2 strike counts.
Now the 3-2 again. That one swung on and missed. Another off-speed pitch in the dirt. Now 5 strikeouts through 5 batters for Jensen.
And I mean, her goal might be her number in 99 because she's just mowing down the Hoosiers right now, mixing it up like you said, Drew, and it's just been so efficient that at this pace, she might be able to go the distance and pitch a complete game.
We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but it is looking that way based on how well she's pitched so far. Now Ellie Goins steps up to bat, the senior out of Mooresville, North Carolina.
She made a running catch in the bottom of the 1st for a big out against the Huskers, top of the order.
Yep, playing center field for the Hoosiers today. That one fouled high to the left side. Does not exactly get out of play, hits the padding there. But nonetheless, the count is now 0-2. And Jensen will look for another K.
It looked like Ava Kuzak collided with the padding a little bit on that third base line. She's all right. She's returning to shortstop, so looks like all is well.
Yeah, a little bit of unfamiliar territory. Obviously, here we are in College Park, Maryland, not at the Huskers Stadium. Runs into the padding, didn't know how much room she had left. The 0-2. Swung on and missed in the dirt again, tagged out. 6 Ks, 6 batters. Now Nebraska will look to put more runs on the board in the bottom of the 2nd. We'll take a short break here on WMEC Sports Radio and be back for the Huskers at bat.
Coming through. Have room? You have room? Watch the mic. Sit down next. Sit down over there.
Well, in case she strikes out everyone, I found that the last 21 strikeout, 7 inning perfect game was April 2021 from a pitcher coming from Texas. Still, I mean, you know, pretty crazy. Only 2 people have ever done it before.
Thank you.
You guys up?
Oh, no, we're fine. Thank you.
Guys, for these seats, can you show me a player pass ticket? It's a blue ticket.
You can sit here. You come in. Leo, you can fit.
We're back here on WMEC Sports Radio as the Huskers come back up to bat, looking to add to their 1-0 lead after Hannah Kaminzin's RBI double in the bottom of the first. Taylor Hess goes back out to the mound for the Hoosiers. It'll be Emerson Cope, then Samantha Bland and Casey Hoffman due up for the Cornhuskers in the bottom of the second. That one driven out to right field, shading the sun, makes the play.
Hannah Haberstroh just didn't even have to move out and right. It was just hit right to her. It's got to be the nicest play to make as an outfielder.
100%, don't have to move, put your glove out, make the play. Quick first out, Hess gets. Now Samantha Bland, the righty, steps up to the dish. That one taken for a called strike. Hess surrendered the 1 run in the first inning, pitched well otherwise. That one taken high to even up the count at 1-1.
And I feel like, Drew, you can't even be that discouraged because the line drive from Kaminzin was trailing left, and that's just such an odd swing to take. Not even hard hit, really.
Yeah, on a 3-1 count as well. That one grounded up the middle for a base hit. Bland finds herself on first base after the single up the middle. Now Casey Hoffman, the lefty.
And I mean, she stays red hot. She was 2 for 3 yesterday with a double and a single. But Bland is already showing that she's a breakout player at the bottom of this Husker order.
Yep, she's had a great season, continues it here today. After a single in her first at bat, Casey Hoffman, the right fielder now, batted .354 on the season. That one grounded over to the right side, looking for 2. Play made at second, not in time at first. Get the lead runner out though. 2 outs now for Hess's Hoosiers.
And Hess is working more efficiently, getting ground ball contact. The single didn't go her way. When you get a force out like that, that's what you're looking for, because Indiana's best chance is keeping this game low scoring and hoping that they can break through one of these innings against Jensen.
Now Lauren Kaminzin, second baseman, steps up to the plate. We already saw Kaminzin have an RBI double in this one. Let's see what Lauren can do. Just about a 300 average on the season. Obviously this team just has hit great all year. Their 9-hitter hits 300.
Did go 0 for 3 yesterday, so she's looking to get her first hit of the tournament.
Count 0-1. That one taken just outside. 1-1 now the count. That one driven out to right field, again shading the sun, but making the play for the 3rd out of the inning is Hannah Haberstroh. And now the Hoosiers will look to get something going here on offense. We'll take a short break here on WMEC Sports Radio, and we'll see the top of the 3rd inning with the Hoosiers up to bat.
Top of the third inning here on WMEC Sports. First of two semifinal games in the Big Ten softball tournament. Alexis Jensen for the Huskers returns to the mound. She'll look to protect a 1-0 lead here, facing 7, 8, 9 in the Hoosiers' order. First pitch to Brooke Mannon will be fouled off right back. An early swing there, hooking it around to the back netting.
Mannon appeared in 49 games this season, started 32 of them. Had a great hitting season, 961 OPS for her.
Trying to snap a streak of 6 consecutive strikeouts to open this ball game. The 0-1 will be taken low. Count will even up here. Mannon will step out, take a few paces, try and reset. Jensen, one of the most formidable pitchers in the conference, so far been mowing Indiana down. She'll look at her wrist. She's got her sign. Glove on her left side. In comes the pitch. It's going to be hit hard towards center field. That ball's going to hang up. Core got a late read, but she will run it down for the catch. But Drew, that is a big out, even if it's an out anyways. That snaps 6 consecutive strikeouts.
We can still see the limited number faced. Obviously, we were unexpected to see so many strikeouts, but still a great pitching game by Fromm. A little bit of a late read there, as you mentioned, but that ball hung up in the air for so long, and the play was able to be made.
Anna Haberstroh at the dish. First pitch to lefty will be swung on and missed. 0-1 here. Haberstroh, you're talking about outfield defense, Drew. She had 2 balls hit to her. One of them was right to her glove, thankfully, but she was really struggling against the sun, but she managed to get that final put out against Lauren Kamenzind.
Yeah, that sun is directly shining into right field. She had a shade with her glove, but was able to make both plays.
The 0-1, a big swing and a miss there. The changeup getting the whiff that time. And after allowing the flyout, it looks like Jensen wants to go back to the strikeout.
Indiana, now their third turn at bat, cannot seem to find out that off-speed pitch.
0-2 looking for K number 7. Jensen deals. It is going to be taken for a called strike 3. 7 strikeouts in 8 at-bats. Alexis Jensen is mowing them down.
Haberstroh expecting the off-speed there. Gets her a fastball and was just frozen. Takes it right down the middle.
Cassidy Kettleman, the 9-hole hitter for the Hoosiers today, comes up to the plate. First pitch to her. She shows bunt. She lays it down beautifully. It'll be Bland throwing over to first, and she beats it out for an infield base hit. That's the first base runner of the game for Indiana, and they turn the lineup over for Allie Van Brandt.
Take it any way they can get it. I mean, this is winner go home. Counts as a single in the book for Kettleman. Now turns the lineup over to the top.
So after that RBI double by Hannah Kamenzind went over her head due to a misplay, she represents the tying run on first. Allie Van Brandt struck out swing in a full count her first time up. Alexis Jensen's pitch to her is going to be taken just low and out. 1-0 here. So after 2 innings with 6 strikeouts, it's been a flyout, a strikeout, and a single by Cassidy Kettleman. The 1-0 from Jensen will be hit hard toward right field. That ball is going to hang up there for Casey Hoffman, and it is going to be caught to end the inning. Jensen wants to give a high five over there to Lauren Kamenzind, and she's just waiting for Hoffman. She wants to give her praise. But that'll do it for the top of the third. Huskers still up 1-0 over the Hoosiers. We'll be right back on WMUC Sports. Bottom of the third inning. Top of the Huskers order. Nebraska is up 1-0 over Indiana. Taylor Hess out for a third inning of work. First pitch to Jordy Fromm will be taken low. 1-0 on the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, who also swings a great bat, Drew. OPS over 1.4.
Flew out to center in the first. She'll look to improve on that here in her second at bat.
0-1 is going to be fouled off. Just too early on that one. And under. Already 0-2 here on the leadoff first baseman, who, when she was pitching yesterday against Michigan, they had Bella Bacon in as the first baseman, who's almost a designated fielder on this team, but Fromm not on the mound today because Jensen is there. You know, they're really a two-headed dragon, you could say. She gets the start at first. 0-2 from Hess will sail high over the head of Fromm. So the two-strike put away has not been going Indiana's way yet, Drew.
No, Hess is still looking for that punch-out pitch that Fromm obviously has with 7 strikeouts.
The 1-2 will be taken low, doesn't make the plate, doesn't get the chase. Count will even up here at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch will be taken low. That'll actually be ball 4. It looks like there was a scorebug error. So it's going to be a leadoff walk for Fromm. But it looks like she's improved on that flyout, Drew. She reaches on a walk.
Yep, most definitely. Now Hess, obviously already a leadoff runner on at the top of this Cornhuskers order, which is very dangerous throughout, but especially at the top.
So with Fromm off of first, that brings up Hannah Core. She had a late break running grab to start off the top of the third. First pitch from Hess to her is going to be lined hard toward right, but that ball is hooking foul toward the Hoosier bullpen. Core already has a base hit. She hustled around to score on the RBI double from Hannah Kamenzend. She'll go down to a knee to try and reset here as they wait for that ball to be fielded back in. She had a bunt single, and we've already seen 2 bunt singles, 1 from each team respectively, her and Cassidy Kettleman. A 1 to Core is going to be weakly lined over towards second, and it's going to be thrown out at first. 2 away. 1 away. Apologies.
Hess going for the sure out there at first. I'm sure it crossed her mind to turn around and fire at second base, but wants to guarantee 1 out in this inning.
So 1 away in the inning. Advancing to second, that was Jordy Fromm. Hannah Kamenzend at the plate for the second time. She had the RBI double on a fly ball to left that was just fair in the corner. First pitch to her will be fouled right back. Already 0-1. Huskers looking to double their lead. That run is on second. 0-1 from Hess. Will run inside. It's going to plunk Kamenzend. 2 runners are going to be on here for Ava Kuzak.
Another good opportunity here for the Cornhuskers. 1 out, 2 runners on, one of them being in scoring position.
Kuzak is a formidable hitter who has not been activated this tournament, as that's going to force a Hoosier mound visit here to talk things over. And I mean, Drew, if you were on the mound right now talking through it with them, what would you be saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is you really haven't given up many at all hard hit balls. That double into left field really wasn't hit that hard, was just put into the right spot. I'm trusting my stuff, and I'm attacking this batter, already striking her out in her first plate appearance.
And that was on a cold strike, so Kuzak was not seeing it so well out of the hand of Hess. But she is a formidable hitter in her own right. 13 home runs on the campaign. 48 RBIs. Trying to deliver here. Both teams seeking a spot in the championship. Fromm off second. Hannah Kamenzend off of first. Ava Kuzak's ready to go. Ready versus the lefty pitcher. We'll see a first pitch float in there for a called strike. already working efficiently against the shortstop. She's got her sign. The 0-1 is going to be taken high and out, almost a pitch out there. I mean, I would think the double steal is not going to be in order here, right?
No, definitely not. Maybe just see what the batter's seeing, swinging at everything, but definitely won't see stolen base here.
The 1-1 will be taken for a called strike on the outside edge. So a pitcher's count here for Hess. She could either fish for the double play ball or try and keep staying on the attack, looking for another strikeout. The 1-2, taken low, doesn't make the plate. Blocked there by Parker, but she'll just return it to the mound. No advancement from the runners.
Yeah, Avery Parker, great block there, squaring up, keeping the ball in front of her, keeping the runners where they are.
The 2-2 will be taken outside. Full count now. First full count of the game for Hess.
Yeah, biggest pitch of the game here so far.
3-2 is going to be weakly flied toward right. That ball is going to hang up. It will be caught by Hannah Haberstroh. No runners will advance. It's a huge second out in the inning for Indiana.
Almost disastrous Allie Van Brandt. You could see them talking it over in the outfield right now. Almost ran into her right fielder, and that could have led to several runs. But nonetheless, get the second out. Huge second out.
That brings up Jessie Farrell. She popped out to first her first time through. That ended the bottom of the first inning. First pitch from Hess to her will be taken just high and out. Catcher still waiting for her big moment. Reached on an error and got a single yesterday. Looking for that slug that allowed her to hit 16 home runs. Next pitch from Hess. Float low and out. Quickly 2-0 on the catcher.
Hess now in a tough spot. Got to come in to Farrell here, who you mentioned has the big power bat.
From off second, Kemenzin off first. The 2-0 is going to be popped up sky high again. Van Brandt shading under. Calling for it instead is Ellie Goins, who makes the play. Back-to-back scoreless innings for Taylor Hess. And we'll take it to the top of the fourth. Huskers still hold a 1-0 lead. Stick with us on WMUC Sports.
We're back here on WMUC Sports. Indiana now up to bat, 2-3-4 in the order. Alex Cooper, Avery Parker, and Josie Bird. They've got to get something going here. Hess has been pitching very well, keeping the deficit at only 1 run that was scored in the bottom of the first inning. Cooper had a homer in a game yesterday. Look to get on base here to start this inning for the Hoosiers. Lefty on lefty here. The first pitch from Jensen, taken for a called strike on the outside corner.
So even though her strikeout streak was snapped last inning, Jensen has still been working so efficiently in the zone and forcing a lot of tough swing decisions from the Hoosiers.
Now the 0-1. Shows bunt, picked up foul on the left side. Again, just trying to get another base runner on there. Unable to get it into fair territory though. Now already behind in the count, 0-2.
Looks like that ambush bunt is something that is really important for the Hoosiers right now. They tried it with Cassidy Kettleman just to get a runner on, and looks like they're going back to it with arguably their best hitter in Cooper.
Yep, just trying to find any way to get on base here. Shortstop digs back in. Holds back on the swing. Ball in the dirt. Now the count 1-2.
That's a positive sign that she was able to even hold up. First time through, likely she would have followed through on that swing, so potentially a benefit second time through the order.
The 1-2 here from Jensen. That one fouled back. Live to see another pitch here. Cooper will. Cooper did not strike out very many times in the season, only 18 Ks throughout. Now the 1-2 again. That one driven over to the right side, lined foul. A little bit early on that off-speed pitch, but still staying back better than this team was early in the game.
I mean, making Jensen work will just have a trickle-down effect of other hitters being able to potentially pick it up out of the hand better.
The 1-2 again. Just outside. Jensen wanted the call, will not get it. Evens up the count at 2-2. Cooper putting up a good fight here. Jensen gets the sign for the 2-2. Winds and delivers the pitch. Swung on and missed by Cooper. Took a few more pitches, but she still is sent down on strikes. Now Avery Parker steps up to the dish, also struck out in her first at-bat. Catcher. 1,368 OPS in the regular season. That one fouled over our heads. 0-1 the count now. Jensen nods her head and gets the pitch from the catcher.
I mean, Jensen picked up her 8th strikeout right there, and she's just continued to fire in the zone, and that elite command, really a boon for her this season.
Got some type of issue here on the field, a bit of a timeout.
Looks like something might have fallen over toward the left field line that they're trying to resolve over there. Make sure nothing illegal is in the field of play.
So Jensen just dominating so far in this game, but the Cornhuskers not putting up much offense, only one run. All it takes is one swing for the Hoosiers to get back tied into this game. Got maybe some type of sprinkler head maybe coming out.
It looks like they're dealing with, yeah, it looks like it's sprinkler head. They're trying to turn it off potentially, and ground offs just look like they've resolved the issue. So just a brief stoppage, but when it does give Parker a great chance to reset it in the box. I mean, already behind 0-1 and trying to avoid striking out for the second time today.
Yeah, it could be a positive thing for the Hoosiers. Jensen coming out of her groove maybe, having to take a little bit of a break. She'll step back onto the rubber now though. Parker steps back into the box, behind in the count 0-1. Jensen's 0-1. Swung on and missed by Parker. Hitters just can't really seem to figure out. Jensen still a little bit better at bats, but nothing hard hit just yet.
And if you keep falling behind on the cheap fastball, you're going to give Jensen a lot of room to work with.
Now the 0-2. Check swing, holds back. 1-2 is the count now after the high fastball.
I would think off speed right here, Drew, just because she knows she can mix it. She might turn to that once again.
Does get the off speed, just gets a piece of it, grounds it over to the third baseman who makes the play. Samantha Bland over there in the 5 spot makes the throw over to first for the second out. Now Josie Bird, the first baseman for the Hoosiers. Gets the off-speed pitch 0-0, way ahead of it, 0-1 now.
Those kinds of swings you can't be making second time through the order. I mean, the Hoosiers really want her to try and shorten up here and just get base runners. They've only had one today. That was from a bunt single by Cassidy Kettleman.
Yeah, Jarvis just absolutely dominating. That one swung on, fouled back. Already behind in the count, 0-2. Jensen circles around the mound. Steps back onto the rubber. The 0-2 pitch now really could go with anything. Bird does not look good in this at-bat so far. Off on the pitches. That one she gets a piece of and fouls it back. Count remains 0-2.
Yeah, she just looks in between on her timing here. And I mean, when you're a premier slugger in this lineup, they're going to need you if they're going to come back in this game.
Now the 0-2. Swung on, way ahead of it, strikeout. Huge momentum still on the Cornhuskers side, all due to their pitcher, Alexis Jensen, as we go now to the top of the 5th already, excuse me, the bottom of the 4th, where the Cornhuskers will come up to bat.
I guess you got to swipe across to the third one. That one should do it.
We are back here on WMUC Sports, where Taylor Hess, the redshirt junior, steps back onto the mound for the Hoosiers, who's really been keeping her team in this game. Score remains 1-0 after Nebraska's only run in the bottom of the 1st inning. It's Emerson Cope for the Cornhuskers, starting bottom of the 4th at bat, followed by Samantha Bland and Casey Hoffman. Count now evened up at 1-1.
I just sit over that one.
Hess looks for the sign, gets it and delivers. Taken low in the dirt, ball 2.
It makes sense to try and pitch around here. I mean, Cope has been one of the best bats so far all tournament for the Huskers, a home run and a single.
Had a great game against Michigan, as you just mentioned. Takes that one for a strike. Count evened up at 2-2. Cornhuskers offense only with 3 hits as well. Hess delivers. That one fouled over to the right side.
That kind of late swing that Cope just had there, if she's a little bit earlier, she can still be late. That's the home run swing for her.
Yeah, got a good bat on the ball there, just a little bit late. Now the 2-2 again. Taken for strike 3. Hess is dealing for the Hoosiers. Score still down 1-0 though. The Hoosiers sporting gray uniforms, jersey and pants. The Cornhuskers in black tops and bright red pants. Now Samantha Bland, the third baseman for the Huskers. Hess, the southpaw, delivers the 0-0. Off-speed pitch for a called strike. Hess finding her groove now.
Hess finding her groove, but Bland is the only one to get a single off of her since the first.
That one too high. Evens up the count at 1-1. This Nebraska offense has been so dangerous the whole entire year. Hess is just shutting them down so far, really. Only that 1 run again in the first inning. That one again lined over to the right side. A little bit of a late swing, fouled off into the netting. Another 2-strike count here.
Getting late swings like the second time through is really encouraging, because you would think that hitters would try and be early knowing that they've seen you before in that bat, but instead the Huskers still look uncomfortable in the box.
That one taken just a bit outside. Great spot there from Hess. Cannot get the call though. 2-2 is the count now. 1 out, nobody on. Hess steps back onto the rubber and delivers the 2-2. A little bit low. Now a full count. Want to keep the momentum going here if you're Hess. Got to throw a strike here. Off speed she goes to. Unable to get the call, a little bit low, and Bland is on base for the second time in as many at-bats.
Just picking off right where she left off yesterday when she also reached twice. Already a single and a walk to her name, and she was so amped up that she was throwing her gear over when she was halfway to first.
Hoffman will look to continue the trend here. Now a runner on first, the right fielder. Grounded into a fielder's choice to the second baseman in her first at-bat. That one a strike on the outside corner. Another lefty-lefty matchup we have here. Hess with a runner on first now, 1 out, the 0-1 count. That one grounded over to the right side. Off-speed pitch a little bit too early on it again, rolls over. Now behind in the count, 0-2.
Bland has great speed off of first, so potentially a steal threat here, depending on if Hoffman goes ahead and swings.
The 0-2 taken up and away for ball 1. Now Hess is 1-2. Grounded over to the left side in the 5-6 hole for a base hit. Going first to third is Bland, and all the way to second is Hoffman after the throw went to third. Great base running by both of them. Now 2 in scoring position. Only 1 out. And the 9-hitter, Lauren Camazin, steps up to the plate.
I mean, that hit just beat the shifts completely, going past shortstop Alex Cooper, and heads up base running by Hoffman allowed her to take second on the play. So 2 runners in scoring position. I mean, all the pressure is on Hess. First time she's had to deal with pressure like this. It's the first inning.
Camazin flew out to right in her first at bat. Huge opportunity here to cash in. And we will have a mound meeting, an important one with runners on second and third.
Yeah, talking things over right now, and I mean, Lauren Kemmensen had a good swing, getting a fly ball to right, deep toward the warning track. So while she is 0 for 1 in the day, she was formidable at bat, and you've got to see how can Hess make the adjustment. She doesn't have a platoon advantage here. So it's about trying to get weak contact, coaxing potentially just a pop-up that she has been successful at getting so far, or just having to dial in for a strikeout, because otherwise it's very likely that the second run of this game can score for Nebraska.
And you know who's up next for the Huskers, Jordy Fromm. Got to go get this batter here if you're Hess.
You just don't have the flexibility to pitch around bottom of the order, and so far 7 and 8 have reached, and that's why there's so much pressure here.
Kamensen now steps back into the box after the mound meeting. Hess looking to keep that deficit at 1. The 0-0. Taken just a bit outside. Close pitch there. First baseman all the way in. Now the 1-0. That one popped foul over to the right side. Evens up the count at 1-1. Josie Bird at first base playing really in, hoping for a ground ball. Expecting a ground ball, excuse me. Now the 1-1. That one a delayed swing by Kamensen, not expecting the off speed, fouls it off to the right side. Now behind in the count 1-2.
This is a huge pitch for Hess. She really needs the put away right here.
Yeah, this would be a huge strikeout if Hess could get it. She does not. Grounder over to the right side. Second baseman makes the play, but nobody's there to cover at first. As mentioned, Josie Bird was playing all the way in, and a run scores and no out is recorded.
It'll go down as an infield single, so Bland comes in to score. RBI for Kamensen. Now runners are going to be on the corners here for Jordy Fromm.
I mentioned how Bird was all the way in there before the at-bat. Not sure I liked the decision, and it came back to bite them there, not getting any out. Still only in the bottom of the 4th. You could surrender the run there and get an out, but they don't get the out there, and still only 1 out. Runners on first and third now as the lineup turns to the top of the order and Jordy Fromm. Yo-O, off speed, fouled over to the seats. Hess attacking hitters with the off-speed pitch, catching them off guard. Couldn't get the job done there in that last batter, though. Now the 0-1. Hess delivers, high fastball. Evens up the count at 1-1. Still only 1 out in this inning. Runners on first and third, Lauren Kamensen and Casey Hoffman. Now the 1-1 from Hess. Held back, but strike called by the umpire. Now behind in the count is Fromm. 1-2. Hess looking for a huge put out here. That one fouled back. Fromm staying alive. Hess gets the sign, steps onto the rubber, and throws outside. 2-2 the count now. Now the 2-2. Off-speed pitch driven into right center. Will find a hole. Runner scores from third. from first to third goes Kamenzen. Fromm finds herself with an RBI single as she stands on first base.
Fromm had been struggling to get her timing right, but she pokes one out with a late swing just over the outstretched glove of Van Brandt. And now runners are going to still be on the corners, and it'll be another mound visit for Indiana.
And it looks like we may see a change here for the Hoosiers. And we will. S gets an applause from the Hoosier fans here. And coming in to pitch for the Hoosiers is Aubrey Hooks. Hooks, a freshman out of Alabaster, Alabama.
And she's got a big assignment here, trying to get 2 outs in this inning with runners on the corners, and Hannah Core at the plate, who has put 2 balls in play, has a bunt single that allowed the Huskers to score their first run. So a tough at bat, and they want a new look. They want right on right instead of left on right. So they go to Hooks here.
Yeah, Hooks threw 2 innings yesterday, allowed 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And she was dominant through the whole season, only a 2.35 ERA, 1.23 whip, and went 11-2 on the season.
She's one of the best pitchers in the Big Ten, but against one of the best, if not the best, lineup in the Big Ten. Really, I mean, that's what the tournament's all about. You got to beat the best if you want to be the best, and right now, this is a test for Indiana.
Yep, we've got the top 4 teams left. Both of these teams looking to make their way to the championship with a win here. It'll be Hannah Core, the center fielder, stepping up to the plate for her 3rd at-bat of the game. Runners on the corner, still 1 out. Hook's first pitch cannot find the zone, low and away.
And Drew, you mentioned that you didn't like how Josie Bird was shifted in, and the Hoosiers are doing it again here. They're really worried about this push bunt.
Yep, now they've surrendered 2 more runs since then. Now looking to keep that lead only at 3 runs. That one fouled away. Now the count 1-1. Kamenzen on 3rd, Fromm on 1st. Fromm steals 2nd. A little bit of an awkward throw there by Parker behind the dish. Didn't know if she wanted to hold on to it or try and fire it into second base to get the caught stealing. Will not get that. Now runners 2 in scoring position on 2nd and 3rd.
It's the first steal attempt and first stolen base across both teams today. Base running hasn't been as crucial as necessary.
Hooks pitch, driven out into center field, a bit shallow, diving effort made. Great play there by Goins, looking to get the double play there at second base. Throw just a little bit late and dropped, but a great play made there by Goins. Run does score at home on the sac fly, but a great second out made by Goins in center.
And she almost had the double play there. Throw was on target, but Alex Cooper was just unable to make the pick there.
Now Hannah Kamenzen, the lefty, grounds one over to the right side, foul. Hooks now 2 outs in the inning, 0-1 count. Runner on second base is Fromm. Score now 4-0. Cornhuskers now 6 total hits. Indiana only 1, which is a bunt single. Grounded back to the pitcher. Hooks makes the nonchalant play for the 3rd out of the inning. Nebraska puts up 3, though, as the Hoosiers will come back up to bat into the top of the 5th inning. We will now take a short break here on WMUC Sports Radio, and the Hoosiers will be back up to bat when we come back.
Oh, wow.
They're, they know Penn State coach. They play with her, so. I text her right now to see if they're here again, but probably got kids sports.
I think our game will be later tonight. I did their home runs last night. Okay, it looks like it's amazing. They basically have two baseball guys. You know Mark McGuire? Yeah. You know Mark McGuire? It was very fun to watch. And if Wisconsin wins, it's just has to score a good.
I think it's fun that they win it. It's interesting.
Well, we haven't gotten
See the picture. See the jumping back and forth.
Top of the fifth inning. Huskers hold a 4-0 lead over the Hoosiers after a 3-run rally in the bottom of the fourth. They turn it back over to Alexis Jensen. She will take on 5, 6, and 7 in the Hoosier order. Indiana only have one base runner to their name today. They'll have to change that soon if they want to mount this comeback. Madeline Strader ready in the box. First pitch to the lefty swinger is going to be in there for a called strike.
I mean, I like the idea they had when they had their first hit, that bunt single. Just really got to get anything going here against Jensen. Make her get into a little bit of trouble here. And she hasn't experienced all
Get
night.
the leadoff hitter on as the next pitch comes in. It's going to be popped up sky high. Calling for it at second is Lauren Kemmons, and she makes the play. 2 pitches, 1 out.
I mean, put the ball in play there, but a weak pop out's not going to do it. Now already 1 out for the Hoosiers.
Brings up Ellie Goins. She made a highlight reel catch, robbing a base hit from Hannah Core, but it would eventually lead to sacrifice fly. First pitch is going to be hit hard toward left field. That ball will hang up, though. Kettleman makes the catch. 2 quick outs for Jensen.
Cornhuskers just playing methodically sound baseball. Just very fundamentally a good team. Not really many defensive miscues. They had 2 against Michigan, but look great here tonight. And they're also putting the ball in play when it needs to be, having a sacrifice fly on top 4-0 here, and they've got a stud pitcher on the mound maintaining their lead.
So with 2 outs already, it's going to be Brooke Mannon at the plate. Mannon flew out to center. That snapped the 6 strikeout streak that Jensen had to open this game. And if Mannon puts the ball in play, it'll be the first inning today where Jensen does not pick up a strikeout. Freshman ready to go. First pitch will be taken low and outside in the dirt. 1-0 Mannon. Mannon, more of a hit tool than a power tool. The infield somewhat drawn in for her as the 1-0 comes in. It's going to be lined towards center field. That ball is dropping fast, but it'll hang up there for Hannah Core. Another shutout inning for Alexis Jensen. She's through 5 scoreless. And we'll take it to the bottom of the 5th. Huskers coming up to hit. Stick with us on WMUC Sports.
Yeah. Do you want the rest of these? I'm not eating them. Do y'all want the rest of these? I'm not eating anymore.
Zach, get ready. Come get one. Say, get ready.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Huskers hold a 4-0 lead over Indiana. Nebraska looking for a championship spot. First pitch from Aubrey Hooks will be outside and low on Ava Kuzak. Last inning, the Huskers mounted a 3-run rally, getting themselves closer to a championship appearance. For Kuzak, she's looking to give even more run support to Alexis Jensen. The 1-0 from Hooks. Big cut, swing and a miss there. Way too early on that fastball. Already behind in the count.
Yeah, Hooks has looked solid ever since she came in, as she has been all season and in that first tournament game.
Next pitch to Kuzak will be taken just low. She'll take a few steps out of the box. Look over toward left, try and shake things off here. Trying to set the table for another Nebraska rally. The 2-1 from Hooks will be lined hard toward right field. That ball is dropping fast, and it is going to be falling into right field. Heading to second and stopping there is Kuzak. Hannah Haberstroh was unable to make the grab, and immediately it's an extra base hit for the Huskers.
Not a particularly hard hit ball, finds a hole in the defense, gets her all the way to second base. And now already a runner in scoring position again for the Cornhuskers, looking to put up runs in back-to-back innings.
The pressure is on Hooks out of the pen. Jessie Farrell up at the dish. 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to her will be taken outside. Dancing off his second was Kuzak, but she retreats to the base. One 0 on the catcher. Hook steals. Outside again. So quickly she's fallen behind here, and for Indiana, they don't have the luxury of giving up more runs. They've still yet to score today. All they have is a bunt single and a walk. 2-0. Taken out for a called strike just on the outside edge. A very delayed call from behind the plate. So it's a hitter's count here. Pitch from Hooks. He's going to be weakly grounded toward third. Only play will be at first. The out is recorded there. Staying at second is Kuzak. 1 out.
Great play by Strader there. Makes the play at third, looks the runner back at second, fires the throw over to first to get the out and keep the runner at second base.
Brings up Emerson Cope. 0 for 2 today. Trying to build on her big game against Michigan yesterday, though, with a runner in scoring position. Hooks checks her for a sign. She's got it. First pitch to Cope will be a check swing. An ugly sword there, and it'll be ruled that she did go around. Already 0-1 on the designated player. Kuzak off second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch from Hooks is going to be weakly grounded right back to her. Throw over to first in time. 2 outs. Advancing to third on the play is Kuzak. But Hooks is just 1 out away from getting out of this unscathed.
Yeah, Hooks has made now 2 plays coming off the mound. Looks solid defensively, making the throws over to first easily. Now 2 outs, as you mentioned, looking to get out of it unscathed.
Samantha Bland looking to stay red hot. Already 3 hits across yesterday and today, and a walk. First pitch to the righty third baseman is going to be low and out. She drew a walker last time up. That was in a full count. She later did come around to score as part of that 3-run rally. The 1-0 from Hooks is going to be taken just low, right below the zone. Parker thought she might have had the call on that with her framing, but it'll be a 2-0 count in favor of Bland. Kruzak still off of third. Hooks will deal. It'll be taken high and out. 3-0 here on Bland. And Drew, it doesn't look like they want to pitch to her.
No, she's got a couple of open bases to work with, and not the worst thing in the world if you get the next batter up. It is Casey Hoffman who has a hit on the day.
3-0, Hooks looking for a strike here. It will be in there at the bottom of the zone, so she'll stay in this at-bat for one pitch longer. For Bland, she has been very disciplined this tournament so far, providing a valuable presence at the bottom of this Husker order. 3-1 is going to be lined hard toward right. That's going to be a base hit. Kruzak comes in to score. Samantha Bland stays red hot. And it's now 5-0 Nebraska.
Huge knock there for Bland, letting the pitch come to her, driving it out to right field. And as you said, I didn't think they were going to pitch to her once it got behind 3-0. Hooks attacks, and it bites her back as now the Huskers on top 5-0.
That brings up Casey Hoffman with a runner off first and 2 away. She had a base hit her last time up, later came around to score. Hooks will step off. She wants a new sign, trying to figure things out on the mound here. Hoffman had the highest batting average in conference games for the Huskers all season. First pitch from Hooks to her will be taken high and in. 1-0 now on the right fielder. Left on right here, so platoon matchup is in the Huskers' favor. Trying to add on to the 1 run they have already scored this inning. The 1-0 from Hooks is going to be a big swing and a miss. Going all the way to the backstop there. Bland was immediately running towards second. She'll have to retreat back to first. The 1-1 will be taken high. Hoffman laying off a tough pitch there, working it into a hitter's count.
Hoffman's put the ball in play twice here already in this game, 1 for 2. Look to improve to 2 for 3.
The 2-1 from Hooks will be taken low, doesn't make the plate. Advancing to second is Bland. So it's a free base for her. She's now in scoring position. And a base hit by Hoffman could make it another inning, back-to-back innings with multiple runs scored.
Bland just playing an all-around great game. Great plays at third. A great dirt ball read there, immediately reading it and taking second base.
The 3-1 to Hoffman is going to be lined towards second. Throw over to first is in time, but the Huskers add on. They're going to have a 5-0 lead as we head to the 6th inning. Stick with us on Big Ten or WMUC Sports.
Back here on WMUC Sports, Drew Ziegler joined alongside by Adam Lipman. Due up for the Hoosiers, Hannah Haberstroh, Cassidy Kettleman, and then Allie Van Brandt. 3 lefties, 8-9-1 in the order. And still Jensen remains on the mound for the Cornhuskers, only allowing 1 hit. That one popped up to the left side. Play is made by Samantha Bland. 1 hit remains for the Hoosiers. It was a bunt single. Really nothing going all day here. And they just simply haven't been able to figure out Alexis Jensen, the freshman southpaw, on the mound.
But Kettleman did have that bunt single, so we'll have to see if she tries it again. Nebraska are definitely expecting it. Infield corner's very far in.
Kettleman does not square, takes ball 1 up and away. All these lefties in a row here, 4 to be exact. Facing a lefty on the mound, though. The 1-0. Shows bunt, fouls it back. Kettleman not scared about the infielders being in. Still looking to put one down. Now the count evened up at 1-1. 1 out already in the inning. No runners on. The 1-1 from Jensen. Swung on and missed by Kettleman. Finds herself behind in the count 1-2, as these Indiana batters have all day.
Been a lot of pitchers counts. Jensen has just been on the attack all game. And the Hoosiers are going to have to change things up if they want to try and mount a rally late game here.
Jensen now the 1-2. That one dribbled over to the left side. Third baseman Bland makes another great play. Fires over to first for the 2nd out of the inning, an early 2 outs. Indiana's time is waning. Only about 4 outs left to play with.
And they do have top of the order up for what could be the last time, so if there was ever a chance for it to happen, this is your best opportunity right here.
It was Van Brandt and Cooper, the 2 due up next in this inning, who supplied the offense in their first Big Ten tournament game yesterday. See what they can do in possibly their final at-bats here of this game. First pitch is high for ball 1. Now Jensen gets the sign, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Taken low for ball 2. Van Brandt finds herself in a rare hitters count for this Hoosiers team. Van Brandt struck out and flew out so far in this one. (2-0) swung on and missed. Van Brandt got a pitch to hit there. Not able to connect. Indiana dugout trying to keep their team alive and hype up their hitter at the plate. The 2-1 from Jensen. Swung on and high pop into the air. Center fielder calling for it. Play is made. Core, 3 quick outs, and now the Hoosiers only 3 left. And they'll have to maintain that 5-0 deficit as we head into the bottom of the 6th. We're back here on WMUC Sports. Bottom of the 6th inning. Cornhuskers on top of the Hoosiers 5-0. Hoosiers offense just been dormant all day today after putting up 9 runs in a win against Washington yesterday, including 6 unanswered runs to win 9-2, but have not been able to get anything going today. Only 1 hit, a bunt single. Now the Huskers back on offense. That one grounded past the pitcher. Shortstop comes in, makes the play. Great stretch there by Bird to make the play at first. Cooper picking up the ground out for the quick first out of the inning.
That was a nice recovery by Cooper, who originally thought that Hooks would get to that ball, but instead ranging over to her left, she fires a strike over to first, and it's a big out. And right here for Indiana, it's all about keeping the Huskers off the board, because you've only got so much wiggle room and 1 inning left to extend this game.
Now the lineup turns to the top of the order after Lauren Kaminzin's ground out. Jordy Fromm is back up for her 4th at-bat of the game. Fly out, walk, and single. An RBI and a stolen base as well. Shows bunt, unable to get it down. Count evened up at 1-1 now. Hooks has allowed 1 run through 2 innings so far. 2+ I should say, after the first out. Now the 1-1. That one grounded over to the left side. Diving effort will not be made. Single for Fromm.
Moves her to 2 for 3 on the day with a walk and back-to-back at-bats with a hit. And last time up, she did have an RBI on that base hit, but she also picked up a steal, so we'll have to see if she'll be put in motion here again.
Puts the sliding mitt on her left hand as Hannah Kaur now steps up to the dish. 1 for 2 in this one. Sac fly. Takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Fromm remains at first. One out, runner on first. 0-1 is the count. Hooks delivers. Grounded over to the middle. Play is made at second and on the first. About as easy as a double play as you can make. 6-6-3, as now the Hoosiers will get their last ups in the top of the 7th inning on WMUC Sports.
Top of the 7th inning, Nebraska leads 5-0 over Indiana. It's all come down to this for the Hoosiers. Their season could end right here if they don't mount a rally. Alexis Jensen, Big Ten Freshman of the Year, is back on the mound, looking for a complete game shutout. 2, 3, and 4 in Indiana's order will be their last stand potentially. Alex Cooper will start things off. She made 2 massive putouts in the bottom of the 6th to keep the Huskers off the board. First pitch to her is going to be a big swing and a miss. Can't catch up to the fastball that time.
Indiana's offense 1 for 19 so far in this one. That one, remember, an infield single on a bunt.
Jensen is ready. She steps forward. Her 0-1 is going to drop low. 1-1 now on the shortstop. Cooper just 2 strikeouts on her day. Even though she came into this game the RBI leader for the Hoosiers. The 1-1 from Jensen, taken high. A hitter's count here, best count that Cooper has been in all game. And she'll take a few steps out of the box and try and reset.
Yeah, Cooper homered yesterday, but struggled today, just like the rest of her team has so far.
2-1, Jensen has her sign. The lefty will deal. It will be a called strike in there, just in the lower inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Cooper trying to set the table. Keep Indiana's tournament hopes alive. The 2-2 pitch will float high and in. Count has run to full here. Second time that Cooper has worked a full count in this game.
Leadoff runner would be huge for the momentum here. Still down 5 runs, but got to get something going here. Obviously only 3 outs to play with.
Jensen's ready. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. It's going to be fouled right back and out of the ballpark. A day after Jordy Fromm took care of Michigan for the Huskers. They're turning to their co-ace to do the same to the Hoosiers. The 3-2 again will be taken low. It's going to be a leadoff walk this inning. Cooper might have something started here for Indiana.
Cooper, a very close pitch. Didn't question it though. Immediately runs to first. Confident in her take, and she was smart to do so. She'll be on first base, and we'll get a pinch runner here.
So the Hoosiers do elect to make a change as Avery Parker is coming up to the dish. They go to Jada Ellison to take over at first base. Avery Parker is ready to go, stepping into the box here, 0 for 2 on the day. Last time she grounded out to third. With a runner off first, Jensen's first pitch will be fouled right back. Too early on the swing there, hooking it behind the netting.
Just to highlight how dominant Jensen's been. That's also her first free pass given up. Only 77 pitches in this game, and 20 of them have been balls. Just pure dominance.
Second base runner allowed. As the 0-1 comes into Parker, it's going to be taken just low and out. She'll shake off the dirt in her box, do a little fake swing, half swing, and she's squared up, ready to go again. Even count, 1-1 here. Jada Ellison pinch ran for Alex Cooper at first. Nobody out. The pitch from Jensen will be taken low. Another hitter's count this inning for Indiana. And that's going to force a mound visit here. Jesse Farrell initiating that immediately. And when you've been going so strong for 6 innings, even allowing just 1 walk and a hitter's count to Parker is enough of a red flag to try and talk things over here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been smooth sailing all day for Jensen. We just mentioned her statistics. I don't know if you want to call this trouble, but I guess you can for her. First real trouble of the game, leadoff base runner. She's got 5 runs to work with, though. And still yet today, we haven't really seen a hard hit ball by the Hoosiers. The dugout remains hyped up, though, with the leadoff runner on, looking for a rally.
I mean, they've seen that there have been plenty of underdogs that have pulled out the wins in this tournament so far. Wisconsin leading the pack. Penn State took down Northwestern. Indiana wants to join the fun. 2-1 on Parker. Jensen ready to go. Next pitch comes in. It's going to be a big swing and a miss, overpowering the fastball that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Jensen looking for punch out number 10 on her day. She'll deal. It will be taken just low and out. Another full count here. Who's your discipline paying off already?
Huge pitch right here. Get 2 runners on. You start to get a little bit excited about something here.
Ellison still off first. The 3-2 will be a big swing and a miss. Say hello to the double-digit strikeout club, Alexis Jensen. That's number 10 on the day. And she's only 2 outs from a complete game shutout here.
I mean, who are we to question Jensen? We knew she was going to come in with a strike. Gets the strikeout, as she's done all day today. Still only 1 hit for the Hoosiers.
Josie Bird at the plate for a 3rd time. A strikeout victim her first 2 times up. That first pitch will be outside. Another first pitch ball this inning from Jensen. Jensen will check. She's got her sign from Farrell. In comes the 1-0. It's going to be popped up sky high, but into the seats. Evening up the count at 1 apiece. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Infield shifted back. Jensen will deal. It's going to be grounded past Bland at 3rd, and it's going to go all the way to the left field wall. Ellison hustling to 3rd. She'll stop there. It's a double for Josie Bird. There's your hard hit ball, Drew. The Hoosiers finally pick one up here in the 7th.
Great piece of hitting there by Bird. Gets out in front of it, lines it over the 3rd baseline. Just fair. Advances over to 2nd on the double. Got 2 pinch runners in there. Only 1 out still, now 2 in scoring position. Strader will look to make this interesting.
It is Strader, as you said, who has the responsibility of trying to cash in these runners and avoid the shutout at least. Oh, it's just ripped by Bland, who has had a sharp glove all tournament, but just too hardly hit to have a playable moment for her, really. I mean, she had just no chance to make that play.
You could see Jordy Fromm going to the dugout after that one. Maybe, yes, looking to go to the bullpen to warm up just in case of something gets close here.
That's why that 2-headed dragon of their rotation is so lethal, because all you need to do is just sub out your first baseman defensively, and then suddenly you've got a dynamite weapon out of the bullpen.
That's why this Huskers team is so tough to face. Just dominance all over the field, hitting, fielding, and that's why they earned the 1 seed in this Big Ten tournament.
Best record in the Big Ten this season. Huskers trying to make the most of that. It's runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 away. Madeline Strader at the dish. Alexis Jensen is still in. 6 1/3 of 2-hit ball, allowing only 1 walk and striking out 10 to her name. Trying to keep the Hoosiers off the board here. First pitch to Strader is going to be fouled off all the way back into the seats. 0-1.
Bella Bacon now in at first base. A great hitter herself. Over a 900 OPS on the season.
The 0-1 from Jensen is going to be a check swing. She did not go around. Count is evened up here at 1 apiece. Strader so far today has a strikeout and a pop-up. That was to 2nd to lead off the top of the 5th. The 1-1 is going to be popped up sky high again. Bland calling for it. It will instead go off the top of the Huskers dugout. It will roll into the hands of a fan.
Well, Jensen now ahead in this count, finally. 1-2 is the count.
Looking for a put away here with runners off second and third. 1-2 from Jensen is going to be fouled off again. One more pitch will have to be thrown in this at bat, and she's trying to work quickly, motioning to her center fielder, Hannah Core. Outfield is drawn in somewhat here, trying to get ready for a potential sacrifice, especially from Hannah Kamensund in left. The 1-2 one more time is going to be taken low, almost in the dirt there. Count is evened up.
I could assure you the Hoosiers are not looking for a sacrifice. They'd rather a walk than that. Don't want to give up an out, only 2 left.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jada Ellison off of third. She would be the first run in this game for Indiana. Next pitch comes in, fouled off again, out of the ballpark again. Strader putting up another good fight against Jensen.
Jensen finally having to work a little bit in this inning. Her first, really, time having to do so.
The 2-2 will be a big swing and a miss. The changeup got the job done. Strikeout number 11 for Alexis Jensen. And she is just 1 out away from authoring a complete game shutout.
I mean, Jensen's mix of pitches all day, we've seen it. Just the fastball and off-speed have worked so well together. And the Hoosiers really haven't been able to figure it out throughout all these 7 innings.
Indiana's season has come down to Ellie Goins here. 0-2 with a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch from Jensen to her, a big swing and a miss. So far early on the changeup, it didn't even reach the box before her bat finished following through.
Yeah, these hitters have not really started sitting on the fastball, adjusting to the changeup. They haven't really been able to do it against Jensen all game. That's why she's been so dominant.
The 0-1 to Goins will be taken high and out. That will even up here. Jensen has been laboring this inning especially. Still yet to cross the 100 pitch mark, but she's getting ever closer. 95 now. The 1-1 to Goins, who shows bunt. It's going to go foul. 1-2. Indiana down to their last strike.
Goins showing not much confidence in herself, putting the barrel out, trying to get a bunt. As you can see, the fans rising over for the Cornhuskers, looking for that final strike.
Huskers fans are ready for a championship appearance. The 1-2 is going to be just low and outside. Evening up the count on Goins. Jensen takes a deep breath. She was ready for that moment. Now she'll try and find a strike here. Nebraska faithful have traveled well. They're looking for it. The 2-2 is going to be taken high and out. Another full count this inning for Indiana.
Goins putting up a good fight. 3-2 count. Looking to keep her team alive in this tournament.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners off second and third. Alexis Jensen has her sign. And here's the pitch. It's going to be a big swing and a miss. Throw down to first is in time. The 12th strikeout in a complete game shutout for Big Ten Freshman of the Year, Alexis Jensen. It's the 2nd shutout of this tournament and the first shutout for Nebraska in the Big Ten softball tournament since May 2023. The Huskers have clinched a championship appearance tomorrow. They'll wait to see if it'll be Wisconsin or UCLA joining them. But an all-around effort highlighted by Alexis Jensen got the job done for Nebraska.
Yeah, just a great game overall by the Huskers. They got hits when they needed to, 5 runs in total, but Alexis Jensen was the star of the show. We forget she's just a freshman. So much more to learn and grow. But in this one, she was awesome, really. Just many words to describe it. Only 2 hits, no runs allowed, only 1 free pass, 12 Ks, just pure dominance in the complete game.
A career best outing considering the stakes for Jensen. So number 1 seed Nebraska takes down number 4 seed Indiana, whose season comes to an end here. The Huskers will wait. They want a championship. It'll take them one more game to try and get there. UCLA and Wisconsin take the field. That game will be coming up on WMUC Sports. I'll have that with Noah Kraft for you, and we will look forward to that game. But on behalf of Drew and myself, we want to thank you for listening in to today's Nebraska-Indiana softball game. Huskers dominating to a 5-0 win. Have a great rest of your evening.